Hi everyone, how's it going? What I have for you today is something that I call Balasana flow, right, or child's pose flow. What you're gonna need, blocks are gonna be completely optional. I am gonna be using, or props are gonna be completely optional. I am gonna be using some blocks and instructing with those. Child's pose is one of those poses where people really need a lot of different things, right? Some people cannot get their seat to the heels, right? Some people experience a little bit of discomfort folding forward. So if that may be the case, right, you may need blankets, right? You can place a blanket over the lap to fold forward if that helps give you more support, right? Or you can even place a blanket or two back behind the knees, right? Or a bolster to give you some support again so that the seat is making contact with something. So just a few things that you may need for this practice. So once you have everything all together, right, all your props close by, find a seat, right, where you can sit still. Make sure you get all your fidgets, all your wiggles out before you close your eyes. And just tune into the breath. Just notice the breath. Pay a little more attention to the breath. Like where you feel it in your body, how it feels to you, how it affects the rest of your body, your mind, and so forth. Because child's pose is a forward fold, the energetic properties of this shape are said to induce relaxation, right? There's a sense of going inward, of inner reflection. So to start this practice, right, in silence and linking with the breath, right, this is just kind of opening up that door, that space to dive into. Go ahead and open up your eyes. All right, so I'm going to set up a blanket under my knees for a little extra comfort and support. And I'm going to have my blocks closer to my head, right, so that they're just easier to grab. And start sitting on your shins, with your heels under your seat. And then come forward onto all fours. All right. So legs are still narrow and close together while you're on all fours. Right. Start to send the hips back towards your heels. And then when you meet your range of motion, right, then start to walk the hands out, extend through the arms, right, but do feel that the arms are also plugged back into their sockets, right, and when you find a comfortable place of, again, range of motion, right, bring the head down towards the ground. And then lightly press into the hands. Return to all fours. Right, and I want all of your movements, all your transitions to be really slow and subtle. Keep the toes together. Take the knees slightly wider, right, so that when you come down, right, that the thighs are only going to be as wide as the hips, wide as the sides of the trunk. Right, so we're not going back down yet. We're just starting to set ourselves up. So take one of your blocks, right, run it long ways. This is going to be to support the center of the chest. And then one of your blocks, set it up wide ways. This is going to be to catch the forehead. All right, so you may need to adjust these, right, but send them back, align the blocks back further than you think that you would lay on them. And then start to send the hips back. Right? Again, we want that long block to support the sternum, right? And that wide block to support the head. So now you're in this supported wide-legged child's pose. Rest the arms. And allow the body to just take shape of the blocks. Or really what I mean is to allow the body to just fold over the blocks. Lift yourself up just enough where you can remove the blocks out from underneath of you and just place them off to the side. And then return to a child's pose, but keep the chest supported as if you still have that block underneath of you. Right, the head as well. All right, now walk the hands over to the right. Right, heavy down through the left side of the body, right, but keep the body centered, right exactly where it was. Or the hip centered. Walk your right hand back towards your knee, right? Kind of in line, but wider off the mat. Right, and then start to twist the belly, the low belly from left to right. So you come into this child's pose twist. You rest the hand on the arm, head on the arm. Move into a deeper rhythm of breath. Close your eyes. Move back into that space, right? Or hop into that space. That internal space. Now lift the head up off the arm and then slide that left arm over to your right, like right above the fingertips. So now we're transitioning into a thread the needle, right? So palm's going to be up towards the sky and that right arm's going to come forward any amount where you feel calm, stable, situated. You can use a block to support the head. Now walk that right hand down towards the body, right? Unthread the needle, right? Extend the left arm, extend the right arm. Now you're back to where you started. Now go ahead and walk the hands over to the left, right? Stay heavy on the right side of the body. Again, you can use a block here to support the head. Take those right fingertips right down by the knee, right, and then use that to press into the floor. Twist the belly from right to left this time. Rest the head on the upper arm. Press into the left hand, right? Slide that right arm, so now you're in a thread the needle shape, palm facing up. And then extend that left arm wherever you need to stay stable and comfortable. Again, you can place a block under the head if that is more supportive for you. And then walk the left hand back, unthread the needle, untwist, extend the right arm, extend the left arm. Right, now you're back at that child's pose, that wide-legged child's pose. Now draw the navel in towards the spine, start to round the back body, and then drag the fingertips towards the legs and slowly bring yourself up to sit. Allow the arms to hang heavy by your sides, palms to rest on your lap. Shift your hips over to the left. Swing your legs out forward to the right. Grab your blocks. We're going to come into a supported back bend to finish this up. Right, so one block on its highest, most narrow height, that's going to be furthest away from you, and then the medium wide height on the second block. All right. Now take your knees to the, your feet to the floor, knees bent. Walk yourself down. Line up the bottom tips of the shoulder blades with the bottom edge of that wide block. Right. Use the tall block to rest the head right below the occipital. If you have a ponytail or anything obstructing your form, then do remove. Allow the arms to roll out, the chest to lift, extend the legs, allow them to roll out as well. Move back into that internal space, that place of introspection. Breathe in a little bit deeper. Gently roll off your blocks onto your right side. Press into your hands, your arm, and slowly sit yourself up. Return to a seat, eyes closed. And allow this seat to symbolize the completion of your practice. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of your day. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, as always, I would love to hear from you. So thank you again, and see you next time.